In today's video, I'm going to be sharing a series that I'm going to start sharing with you. It's my new way of eating, which is whole foods, plant-based lifestyle. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Brenda. If you're returning, welcome back. So I'm going to be sharing a more of a monthly update with you on it. It could be, depending on how it's going, it could be a few weeks in, or just a monthly checkup. And this is a way of eating that I have jumped into. I've done quite a bit of reading on it and a little bit of research as far as watching certain doctors on YouTube talk about it. And I'll list everything down below in the description, so you want to check that out. Let me just give a quick background. I've lost over 60 pounds in the last 3 to 3.5 years doing keto. And from there, I went to some whole foods, and then now I'm doing whole foods, plant-based. Now, the whole reason I started keto was because I was 60 pounds overweight. I was looking for something to shed the weight, or I should say the fat, because I had lots of fat going on. So that's when I discovered keto, jumped on that for a while. It really was successful for me. It did help. Along the way, I decided to get off. I had lost all the weight I needed to. I didn't want to lose any more weight. And then I found carnivore and I jumped onto that bandwagon, which that did not help me lose weight. I was just sustaining on that way of eating. But the whole reason why I jumped on that was for health. I had been reading, watching videos, hearing about how much it's been helping people with inflammation, diabetes, obviously weight loss, helping their thyroid, just amazing things. So I thought, you know what, maybe this will help me with my inflammation. And with that, I have dealt with chronic back and hip pain for at least 20 years. It all started after I had my children. And then my migraines, I've been dealing with pretty much my whole life since I was about 10 or 11 years old. So you could see why I'm ready to try different things, because that's what I want to do, for the rest of my life. I will be 50 next month. So I want to find something that is sustainable, something that is a healthy path for me. I don't want to try, little fad diets, quick here and there. That's not what I want to do. I am looking for something that is healthy, that is sustainable, and obviously something that I don't want to gain weight on. And of course, the number one thing is health. I want to keep up with my blood work every year and make sure that it's where it needs to be. Looking for something that at my age will help me, because the younger you are, obviously, the quicker results you're going to get. It's easier to drop weight. You can pretty much do quite a bit of variation of diets when you're younger. As you get older, if you're about my age, 49, you know that quick fixes aren't the way. Yes, in the short term, you will lose, but the moment you get off and do something a little bit different, that weight and then some will, you'll gain it all back. And that's not something that I want, and I'm sure it's not something that you want to do. That's why I got on the keto carnivore lifestyle, and I just encountered quite a few things that just weren't working for me. So not to say that it is not successful, because it is, and you can do research on your own, and you can go onto YouTube and you'll see all the success other people have had with it. But as with everything else, it's not a one size fits all. And obviously for me, that's why I'm no longer on that path, because it wasn't working for me in the areas I wanted it to, which was inflammation. And I will link a video right here, and I'll put it down in the description also. The issues I was having, and so that way you can pretty much, look into that and see why. So now on this whole foods plant-based diet, I have watched a couple of people on YouTube about it, and I will list them down below. But one of them, I believe her name is Healthy Emmy, and the other one is Plentiful Kiki. She's very known out there. She's got a lot of recipes to share, and I recently bought her book. And here it is. It's Plentifully Lean, and it's Kiki Nelson. And this is her book right here. And it's just lots of recipes that she has followed, and she's been on this journey for several years, and she has lost over, I believe it was 70 pounds, I think it is. And she's the one that got me very intrigued in the starch solution. And this is by Dr. McDougall. You can go on his website. He is just very informative in this book. He gives the breakdown as to how starches help you lose weight and keep it off. And it's just very helpful. It talks about calorie density. I know a lot of people are into the calories in, calories out, but again, it's all in what you're eating, whether it's processed, whether it's, heavy fat, things like that. So this is what I've been reading, and let me tell you, it is a eye-opener on a way of eating. And that's why I've chosen this path. It's not about weight loss, because in my opinion, I don't feel like I need to lose any more weight. That's not the goal. Now, if I do lose a couple of pounds, great, but I don't think my body is going to want to shed any more, weight or fat. But if it does, that means that it needs to. Your body will naturally set itself where it needs to be. You want to eat to satiety and be able to know what your satiety is and stop. And once that takes place and your body gets used to a certain way of eating, your body will keep whatever weight it needs or fat and stop right there. If you start forcing it and cutting calories, and all that's just going to lead to overeating. I mean, no matter how you look at it, if you force your body to stop at a certain amount of calories, or if you're hungry and you force yourself to just, I'm done, I don't want to eat another bite, it all will, whether it's that day and the next few days, your body is going to fight you on that hunger. And that's where it leads to binging. And I've been there. I've been there many times. I've been there on keto. I've been there on carnivore, where you just cut yourself short because you don't want to gain weight or gain fat or whatever, and you're depriving yourself. You are depriving yourself. So I'm tired of all that. I want to be able to eat healthy foods and not feel guilty about it, not having to count calories, none of that. And I know, on the previous way of eating that I was doing, I wasn't necessarily gaining weight per se, but I was getting a lot of thickness and fat around my waist, around my belly, which I thought was odd because, that's what carnivore is. I think, in my opinion, that way of eating is good if you are a weight, lifting weights or exercising regularly and really burning some stuff off. I don't know. That's what I've seen, is that majority of the people that follow that way of eating of, carnivore, they are really hitting the gym, they're really working out, and I don't do that. You know, I'll walk, 30, 45 minutes or so, but that's the extent of it. I was doing some hand weights and, all that for I just don't have time. I hate to say that, but I'm being transparent with you. I do not have time. I work a full-time job. I do YouTube, I edit. It's a lot. And then I've got to keep up with my household. I've got to, make dinner for us. So I don't have time to go hit the gym and do all that. So again, it's all about me being realistic with myself, with my time, with my health. So, and that is the number one thing for me at this time, is making sure that I feel good, making sure what I put in my mouth is how it's going to help me. Is it going to benefit me? Is it just, for a few minutes of satisfaction? That's not what I'm about. I want long-term health, not short-term. Now, it is also not to say that I will never eat a piece of cake or anything like that, because I'd be lying to you and lying to myself. That's not how it's going to be. The holidays are coming up, and I will eat some of it. I'm not going to go overboard and go crazy, because again, it's not a matter of the calories per se, it's how I'm going to feel. And I know that I'm not going to feel good. So just like last night, we went to dinner. I have not had avocado in about a week. Well, last night I had some. I had vegetable soup and I put in some avocado. Don't know if that's what it was. Don't know what kind of fats they used for their beans or whatever. But let me tell you, I woke up in the middle of the night and this morning in so much pain in my stomach. I don't know, again, what it was, but again, that's not how I want to feel. It's not worth a few bites. So, and I was eating beans, I was eating potatoes, carrots in my soup. I wasn't eating any dairy or anything like that to upset my stomach. So, not sure what it was, but that is a reminder to me that if I overdo it with processed foods or junk, I'm going to pay for it. And to me, it's not worth it. I just wanted to come on here and let you know. I know on the first video that I'm talking about here, explaining why I got off carnivore, I talked about, not doing that, eating a healthier diet. But I wanted to explain more in detail what I'm going to be doing, what I'm going to be sharing with you. And I hope this is something that could help you. I've been doing this already for over a week, and I'll just leave it at that. It makes me happy, but I'll leave it at that, and I will keep you posted. So if this is something that you have questions about, if you're interested in, if you've tried the starch solution, let me know down in the comments. If you've had success, let me know. Let me know if your health has, improved by doing the starch solution or eating plant-based. Let me know, because I am curious. This is something that I find, in my opinion, that is sustainable, because I eat vegetables, I eat fruit. Eating this way, if I'm wanting something sweet, I'll have some fruit, frozen fruit. I love frozen pineapple. And last night I had some cherries. My refrigerator and freezer full of vegetables, frozen fruit, bananas. I've got it. And I feel satiated like you wouldn't believe. But again, please stay tuned. Subscribe on your way out, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload videos, because again, I'm going to be doing a series. I will see you in my next video. Have a wonderful week.